Welcome back to the weekly show with Trevor McManus. I am Trevor McManus. I'm joined by the president and founder of Parent Tested, Parent Approved, Sharon Vinderine. Sharon, thanks for joining me today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I'll start by asking, PTPA is literally the seal of approval for parenting, but to be less general, if somebody wasn't aware of what Parent Tested, Parent Approved does, can you describe it for us?
Absolutely. So basically, our seal of approval is something that you see on packaging of products, on store shelves, advertising, commercials, things like that. And basically what it means to a parent is that the product they're seeing has been tested in a real-life scenario in homes of parents who have used it. So it's not that they earn the seal of approval because it was tested in a lab scenario where everything's perfect. So, for example, if it's a children's toy, it was actually tested in 5 different families' homes. It was dropped, it was stepped on, it was abused, as most toys are, and any parent of a little kid knows that. So it really stood the test. It provides value, and it did what it said it was going to do.
Is the idea behind it simple? Did you have children and thought, well, there's nothing really like this out there and other parents need it? Or was there something more to it?
That was actually exactly it. I had 2 little kids. I was running out buying everything under the sun for them. I was spending a ton of money, assuming the more money I spent, the better the product would be. I would bring those products home and found that they either served absolutely no purpose and just looked really good in the packaging, or if it was a garment, I would wash it and it would wear out right away. And I just thought there's got to be a better way. I mean, most parents, what they'll do is they'll go out and ask their friends, hey, have you used this product? What did you think of it? And based on peer recommendations, that's how they'll make their decision. So what we've done is we actually have over 60,000 families who test for us. We send them the product. All they have to do for the opportunity to test is sign up on our site. We send them the product free of charge. They get to keep it. And there's some amazing products, things like strollers, furniture, diapers. And all they have to do in exchange is give us their honest feedback on the product.
We're speaking with the CEO of Parent Tested, Parent Approved. Go to our website, ptpamedia.com/blog. You can find a whole whack load of blogs, including categories on crafts, books, tips on parenting, and a whole lot more. Sharon, how many bloggers do you have on there? And what are some of the other items that are discussed on the blogs?
So we have, at any time, we have about 50 bloggers writing for us regularly. What's important to note is the bloggers who write for us are writing for us on a strictly volunteer basis. So we want to make sure that what they're putting out there is going to be the most honest content. So that's why we actually don't pay them. They're doing it because they want to share their feedback on products. So it is completely objective. And in terms of things we test anything from diapers to baby food through to cars. We actually we have 2 cars that earned our seal of approval. There's an Infinity car and there's a GM car that both earned our seal of approval. And families actually got to test drive those cars for a month at a time, each of them, and give their feedback on it. Unfortunately, that was one of the products that they didn't actually get to keep at the end, but the rest of the stuff they get to keep.
Sharon, what kind of challenges have you had since you started Parent Tested, Parent Approved?
I think the biggest one was when we started out, we were trying to convince companies to work with us and try and earn a seal of approval that, quite frankly, no one had ever heard of. So it was kind of the chicken and the egg. Companies come work with us and try and earn our seal, and at the same time, nobody's ever heard of our seal of approval. So the way we kind of overcame that was, the first few clients, we would send out those products to families. Word of mouth started getting around. Parents would start,
Sharon, is there a common mistake or myth of things that husbands or children buy for mom that she actually doesn't want?
And then the media kind of got a hold of us and had us as objective representatives talking about objective, great products, and we started doing a lot of TV, and that's how the manufacturers and parents started hearing about us. So it kind of grew really organically as a result of the media.
I'm speaking with a Huffington Post blogger, Sharon Vinderine. Sharon, I got in contact with you first because of your articles on Huffington Post. You wrote an article about Mother's Day. Doing your research, what was the worst gift that mothers have claimed to receive?
You know what? From the research, I think my all-time fave was probably windshield wiper fluid. That one probably is only second to vitamins. Those are probably the top 2 things that moms did not want to receive. Vacuums, any household appliance. is a no-no. Husbands who are listening to this, do not buy your wives any household appliances for Mother's Day.
We're speaking with the president of Parent Tested, Parent Approved, Sharon Vinderine. Sharon, what are the top 5 things that moms actually want for Mother's Day?
So moms are all about, basically we are simple. Believe it or not, we want things that we know some thought has gone into it. So actually the number one item, we actually surveyed over 400 moms across North America to get this information. The number one item was that they all wanted homemade presents by their kids. So the crafts, the cards, don't go out and buy us the cards. Take the time to make the cards and make the effort, and that means the most. Number 2 on the list was actually flowers, surprisingly to me. Number 3 was a spa day. Number 4, I guess because summer is upon us and Mother's Day comes right before summer, things for their garden. So actually my all-time Mom's Day gift was a swing that my husband bought me for the backyard where I can swing in the evening with the kids. We can recline, we can sit and read stories on it and create great memories. So it's kind of patio furniture. And the 5th one was a gift card because moms kind of want to get to choose what they want at the end of the day. So a gift card makes it super simple.
What would you say to people who say that Mother's Day is just a Hallmark holiday?
I agree, but I am also that person who wants to take every opportunity possible to celebrate. We all say that we should be celebrating life on a daily basis. The reality is, I think very few people do that. So these are small reminders to take a break, to remember the person you love, to make sure they know that you love them, and that's why it's not about the cost of the gift. It's about showing that you've spent a few minutes to make an effort. Everybody likes to feel appreciated, especially moms. We all feel like we're multitasking maniacs, and we want to know that somebody out there appreciates that, and that's what I think this holiday really comes down to.
If you had a tip or two for some dudes out there for a foolproof Mother's Day gift, what would it be?
Take the time to make something homemade, and those cards need to say more than "Dear so-and-so, love so-and-so." Put some feeling into the card, really tell them how you feel, show that you put some effort into it, and you will have the happiest wife/mother out there.
She is a Huffington Post blogger, the founder and CEO of PTPA Media. Follow her all over the internet on every major platform, and I mean it, especially on Twitter at PTPA Sharon. She is all that wrapped up, except for we forgot one special job. It's as a mother. So happy Mother's Day to you, Sharon Vinderine, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
That's going to do it for another episode of The Weekly Show. I'm Trevor McManus, and hey, Mom, Grandma, happy Mother's Day.